Hi, guys. So today I want to talk about being present. A lot of you guys are planning for the future. You're not really concentrating on what you're doing. You're not present where you are. You're off in the future worrying about something or planning for something or trying to work something out or trying to get something. And examples of this are you walk up to a girl and you try to get her phone number. And when you're talking to her, you're just thinking about getting to the number. Or you're trying to get a date and you're thinking ahead to that. Or you're trying to get sex. Or you're trying to get a girlfriend. And kind of the farther out it is, the more it takes you away from the moment and the more it causes you to be detached and not embodied, and then, you know, women just don't react to that well. You need to be where you are. And not only just for approaching women, but for anybody you're talking to, no matter what the circumstance or really anything you're doing, you want to be there. Wherever you are, be there. Be in that moment rather than in your head thinking about the future. So if you walk up to a girl and you're talking to her and you think she's attractive, you think you might like her. If you're thinking about, can I get her for a girlfriend? Can I marry her and have kids with her? I've heard guys say this. You are way, way out of the present. That should not be on your mind. So do not be thinking about getting girlfriends or wives. That is just going to take you way, way out. So getting a number, you're still not in the present, but at least it's closer. So try not to make plans and think about these things way off while you're talking to the person. You can have desires and you can say, I want this thing, and maybe write it down in your journal or decide you want it. Do that when you're alone. Don't do it when you're talking to someone else, especially when you're talking to a girl that you don't know that well, or even if you do know her well. So this is the problem, not being in the moment. So when you're not in the moment, it means that you're attached to outcome. It means that you have expectations. So you have this expectation of getting a date, getting a number, getting the sex, getting the girlfriend. And when you have that expectation, these things all work together. The expectation pulls you out of the moment. The thinking about it and being in your head pulls you out of your body. The having this real focus on a girlfriend, if you have that, or having a real focus on sex, if you have that, is pulling you into your head, out of your body, out of the moment, into the future. So these things all, bugs around here, these things all work together. They're all kind of parts of the same thing. So being present, being embodied, being grounded, being gentle with yourself, having self-love and self-respect are all different aspects of the same thing. And that thing, which I've never heard named, I've never heard anyone give this thing a name, but what I've experienced and what I've seen other people experience and what I know through years of this is that this conglomeration of things really is everything to success in life, to being happy, to getting what you want, to being able to have a fulfilling relationship, have a fulfilling sex life, whatever it is. Really, all of these things come down to that. And it's about not being in your head, being in your body, really being embodied, really feeling your body, feeling the energy in your body, and feeling your emotions. That's another aspect of it. When you cut off from your body is the place where you feel your emotions. Then you're also cutting off from your emotions. When you cut off from your emotions, you're cutting off from the moment. So whichever angle you approach this from, when you don't want to be in the present and you're thinking about the future, or when you don't want to feel your emotions and you bury them, you cause the other aspects of it to happen as well. So you get ungrounded, you go into your head when you do either of these things. So these things are all together. So what you want, the checklist is, you want to be grounded, you want to be in your body, you want to be feeling your emotions, you want to be not thinking about things, not in your head, You want to just have things flow. So to be in flow state, all of these things have to be taking place. So, but when it comes down to it, it sounds complicated and like it's a whole bunch of different things. And when you're practicing it, you can practice it from any of these angles. Like, so you practice feeling your emotions. You can practice doing emotional release. You can practice doing a grounding exercise. You know, you can practice letting your energy go low in your body and not being in your head. But once it happens, once you get into a flow state or a proper state, then you don't need to think about or do anything, and it's all just one thing. So, and this is the state you want to be in when you're with a woman. And that's whether you're just meeting her for the first time, whether you want to go on a date with her, or whether you're in a relationship with her and have known her for years, because it's going to make that interaction so much better. Because when you're in this state, you'll be able to emotionally and energetically connect to her. And I know I've talked about that in past videos. Maybe I'll put a link in the bottom of this one to that video. So, and then you can check out the aspects of connection. So, but to be connected, you have to be present. You really have to be in the moment. So it means don't have undue focus on things. Like if you're desperate, it makes you needy. So if you're desperate, if you really, really, really have to get laid, if you really, really have to get a girlfriend, that's going to stop you. That's going to stop all this stuff from happening. Nothing is going to work out, right? You can get lucky and get something, but you won't be straight, and you won't be able to be in flow state, and you won't be able to have connection with people. You might get lucky and get the thing that you were focused on, but eventually that's most likely going to fall apart, and you won't have all the other things. So either way, you want to be present. You want to be where you are. And really, that's what life is about. If you're not where you are ever, you're always thinking about the future or regretting the past, then you kind of never lived. You were never really here. You know, if you're not in your body, if you're just in your head thinking all the time, you're never really here. And a lot of people go through their entire lives just never really being here, just doing a lot of thinking, not really feeling their emotions, and never really connecting with another person. And it can really be incredible when you connect with another person. When you connect with a woman, it can be amazing, right? So if you want to experience that, you want to learn to be present. And I would suggest, just any one of those angles you can start from. So start by doing a daily grounding practice. That's a great place to start. Start by doing emotional release at least several times a week. That's also a great place to start. And with emotional allowing, you can just start by learning to feel your emotions. That's a great place to start. You can also start with curiosity, just being curious about the world, or start by looking for beauty in the world, because it'll help you connect to things which will make you present. When you're looking around the world for beauty, then you are where you are. It'll help keep you present. You're paying attention to things. And if you look for the beauty in women, in people, in trees, just look for it everywhere. That can also help you. So that is another good place to start. So you can start from a lot of different places. You can start from noticing when your head is spinning, when you're thinking, and okay, take a few breaths, let your energy drop low in your body, and be embodied. You can, slap your body, you can do some physical exercise, but not just physical exercise, but moving your body with the intention to feel every bit of your body, feel all the joints, the skin, the muscles, the bones, just all of it. Just be as aware as you can of your body. And this will help you be present. I mean, if you think about it, like people who really accomplish things, like even an athlete, for instance. You think an athlete, if they're playing a game, right? So say they're a football player and they want to go to the Super Bowl. So while they're playing the game, while the quarterback is playing the game, he is not thinking about what he's going to do after he wins the Super Bowl. He's thinking about what he's doing right then. He's thinking about, throwing the ball. So you need to be where you are. And that's where it's at. now is the only place that there is, really. Now is the only time there is. The past is gone, the future is not here. It's about being now. And like I said, a good place to start is with some of those exercises with grounding, with being present, with looking for beauty in the world, with doing emotional release. You can start with any angle you want. And when you do that, really be consistent about doing it all the time, doing it every day. With some of them, like grounding, will be really, really helpful for you. So if you can begin to start doing that right now, start doing it today. Follow some of those links to my other videos. To I think I'll put a link to a couple books in there too, and you can start doing it right now. Start being present, and take your focus off the future and put it on the present. Just setting that intention that you're not going to be out here what I'm going to do tomorrow, what I'm going to accomplish, but what I'm going to do right now. Okay, guys, so we'll see you next time.